These classes are really not going to work. You can see like everything in my screen. Hello, gentle viewers. Like I told you, we are not in my apartment. We are actually staying with our friends Adam and Jenny for a little bit.
Hey.
Hi.
I thought, in honor of Geek Week on YouTube, I would tell a geeky story from my geeky life. So you all know the drill. So when I was a young little lad, like little bitty lad, I was hyped up on Power Rangers like something fierce. Something fierce. I was always getting in fights. Not like real fights, like kid fights, you know what I mean? On my trampoline, I'd be like, hey, I want to go fight you on my trampoline. And if you kick the other person off the trampoline, you won, and I won a lot. Okay, so one time when I was in preschool, I had this Power Rangers karate training video. It was the Green Ranger because he was the badass one, teaching you how to do like karate moves that they did on the show. And so I was doing it. I thought I was the shit, you know. And then he did this one kick situation where okay, so he jumps up and does his feet like that, right? They kick like that. And so I did it, and I was like, that was the coolest thing ever, Mom. Did you see that? And no, Mom didn't see that. She's on the phone talking to people. And so I was like, Mom, watch me do this kick thing. And she's like, okay, I'll watch you. And so I did it again. Yeah. And she again did not watch. And I said, Mom, watch me do this kick thing. She's like, okay, I'll watch again. I'm not certain if she was watching the third time I did it, but the third time I did it, I went up and then came back down in the same way and like landed in a Chinese splits situation. And it hurt a lot, and so I was crying and crying and crying, and then I think my mom finally got off the phone and she just put me up on the couch and let me cry for like probably a solid like 15 maybe 30 minutes. And I remember she was kind of laughing at me because she just thought I squashed my little kid balls. But then when I was still crying for all those several minutes later, she realized something was probably wrong. And she's not the best in those sort of like emergency type situations, so we had to go to church and get my dad because my dad was playing basketball in a church league. And then we had to go to the hospital, and then I remember staying in the waiting room for like forever, and I was in so much pain, you all, it hurt so bad. And so what had happened was I broke my femur bone. I broke it. And so they had to put me in this cast, and it was essentially a full body cast, like no joke. The cast was like from here all the way down this leg and like halfway down the other leg. And I was in that cast for like months. I don't remember much from being in that cast. I remember it was a really big ordeal whenever I had to use the bathroom. I guess there were like hinges on it to like it's so I could like get out of it and use the bathroom. I don't really remember that much. I do remember though, just to make this geeky story even geekier, Halloween happened when I was in that cast and I wanted to be Batman. Obviously, I was not raised right because if I was raised by good parents, they would have told me that Batman was DC and that therefore he sucked and I should have been like Spider-Man or Cyclops or Thor or something like that. So I couldn't walk because I was in this cast, right? And so they put me in a wagon, and then my dad did up the wagon like the Batmobile and just like pulled me from house to house in this Batmobile wagon. So that was kind of a badass Halloween, right? I just got to sit there and then go up to the door. I just got to sit there and be lazy all night. And then I bet you I got a shitload of candy because everybody felt bad for me and my broken leg. Winning! And that's all I remember from that story. So, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel and stuff like that, because I put out new videos every week and try to make you laugh. So, I will see you next week then. Goodbye.